As part of my summer internship class, I am required to do a presentation to the underclassmen animal behavior majors to show them the internship possibilities that they might choose later throughout the course of their career at college. So for my internship, I went back to New Jersey, my home state, and I found a place called the Mercer County Wildlife Center, and I spent my summer rehabilitating New Jersey native species. So at the Wildlife Center, there were all sorts of species. Like I said, we dealt with primarily native New Jersey species. But the difference between this rehabilitation center and others is that most rehabilitation centers specialize either in like an avian species or they specialize in mammals. With the Mercer County Wildlife Center, we deal with all animals. The only animals we don't deal with are bears or bobcats. We do not have the certification to properly deal with them. We can hold them for 48 hours in an emergency situation, but then we must turn them over to a place further up north that has the proper certification to handle these larger mammals. So the kind of skills I built over the course of my internship were just so many. I started my internship having pretty much no hands-on experience. Being an animal behavior major, we're pretty much just studying. We're reading textbooks, we're reading articles, and as current as they are, it's no substitute for hands-on experience. So this summer, I was able to learn safe handling procedures. For both my safety and the animals, you always have to remember these are wild animals. They're not your house pets. I learned food preparation and safe cleaning for animals because you often can't use what you would want to normally use to disinfect stuff because it can harm their skin, their fur, especially if they're an avian species with very sensitive feathers. I also learned how to identify red flags in animals coming in for triage, such as like increased heart rate. One thing in particular I learned is that fawns often come to us because people think they've been abandoned, and sometimes that is the case, sometimes it's not. But what you really have to look for are flies surrounding the fawn, which means they've probably been alone for a while and their mother hasn't been nearby to clean them. Other red flags are just, this is where animal behavior really comes into play because when you can identify a change in an animal's behavior, you can see that something is wrong. You can see that there must be something going on that isn't quite the norm for them. So the best and worst parts, the best was the best and the worst was the worst. So I really enjoyed bottle feeding baby raccoons. They're super playful, they're fun. This summer we had a lot of really good feeders. Sometimes they can be hard to feed, but the summer was good. And there's just a great group dynamic between the other interns and even the volunteers. It's a very welcoming place and everyone's happy to help each other. The worst parts, of course, for me at least, were seeing an animal die. There was a fawn that developed colic and she passed away because there really wasn't anything we could do to stop it once we determined she had colic. The other thing that was hard for me is learning to stay unattached. For my nature, I want to relate to the animals, I want to help them, I want to care for them, but you have to remember these are wild animals, their stay here is temporary, and that the best thing you can do for them is to just help them and let them be released. So my future plans, I definitely want to pursue a career in wildlife rehabilitation. I love it. It's what I find makes me the happiest. My struggle right now is determining where I want to pursue this career. I love Maine, but I love my life in New Jersey too. I have a lot of family there. What will probably be the determining factor is where these jobs are available. Wildlife rehabilitation jobs are scarce and all over the country. So it'll come down to where's the best place for me to be. So if I can leave you with one thought. It's just if you have something you love, explore it more, because I'm sure you'll find out exactly why you love it and what makes it so rewarding for you.